Hello, I'm Emma Hodgson from Cambridge Consulting, and I'm here today to share my top 3 tips on delivering a successful and engaging virtual presentation. As more of us find ourselves meeting or presenting online, we really need to take a moment to rethink our approach to presenting. With virtual presentations, our audience is much more likely to disengage with distractions or short attention spans. So really we're competing for their eyes, their ears, their hearts and their minds. So here are my top 3 tips for delivering a successful virtual presentation. So tip number 1, create the right environment. Make sure that you don't have anything distracting behind you or in front of you. Ideally, you should have your back to the wall to avoid any unwanted guests appearing in your video screen. And make sure that your camera on your laptop or whatever device you're using is slightly higher than usual. The important thing is that the camera comes down slightly onto your face rather than pointing upwards, which is a really horrible sight and not flattering for anybody. And with lighting, we need to make sure that the light is coming onto our face as much as possible, not from behind, because that will create a shadow effect. So tip number 2, strive to engage. It's all about engaging our audience. But of course, the problem is when we're virtually presenting, we don't see them. We can't see their faces, or quite often that's the case. So how do we engage our audience? Well, the first thing we need to think about is the benefit of what you are saying for the audience. How are they going to be able to do their jobs better? How are they going to know more about a subject? How are they going to be able to do something more efficiently? Always start with a benefit. Why should they listen to you? What do they stand to gain? Also, when talking about engagement, make sure that you're using not just your voice, but also your facial expression, your intonation, your gestures, whenever relevant, and make sure you continue to smile regularly throughout. If you find that difficult, then maybe just put a little post-it note on your camera, or maybe put up a picture of your best friend and talk to them. It's much easier than watching yourself on screen, believe me. And tip number 3, keep it short and simple. Some of the best presentations I've ever seen have been the shortest. We need to make sure that we focus on key information, key takeaway messages, rather than overloading our audience with too much data and information, which at the end of the day is likely to disengage them. And that's what we're trying to avoid. So I hope you found these tips useful. Please get in touch and let me know how you get on. And if you need any further information, feel free to contact us. See you next time.